It's your boy Angry Ted. Another live show. You already know Tuesdays and Thursdays we go live. We back at the shop, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? And again, the show is sponsored by the shop, located right here at Broad and Dolphin. Come get your cuts. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing anything. And also, be able to pick up your new Sixers hats. Yes, indeedy. Fly by, stop by, get a cut, and a fresh Sixer hat to go with it. Yeah, that's how we doing it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, again, we back at the shop. And last night, man, I gotta get into it. I gotta get into it. And this is gonna bring up the first big Angry Ted moment y'all gonna see. And last night really ticked me off about the Philadelphia Phillies. What can I say? What can I say? They're back to the bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the bullshit. Where they lead us down this rabbit hole, they take us as far as they can go, and then they drop us right back off, right back into the ghetto, as they say. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. And as you can see, coming off the Dodger series, where we didn't play well, then going right into the New York Yankee series, where we didn't play well, and now it's finally coming to a head. This team needs help. They need help bad. We need pitching, and right now, we've been needing it. We need a hitter. We need a guy that can come up in the clutch that can get it done. To lose 3 straight to the Marlins is a fucking embarrassment. It is embarrassing. It's embarrassing and it's insane. But as they say, we always got to sacrifice one, and I guess the Phillies are it. I guess they're the team that we have to sacrifice. Right now, the Sixers are doing what they need to do. The Eagles just started, which is like Christmas in July. The Flyers been making big moves. They just come off a good playoff run. And here we are with the same bullshit with the Phillies. John Middleton, you have to get your head out of your ass. And at this trade deadline, we need help. We need help. I'm tired of talking about the bullpen. I'm tired of talking about the pitching. I'm tired of talking about the clutch hitting when it needs to get done. Now, before the All-Star break, this team went on a mini run, pulled us all back in as they do, suck us right back in, like a succubus. Just suck you right back in. And then what do? Break our hearts in traditional Phillies fashion, as they've done for the last 2 years. If this team is the team that we're going to go into the rest of the season with, then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, as loyal as I am, I'll still watch, but don't invest no passion in them. You can't. You can't. Because it's clear. They're showing us right now what it's going to be down the line. Even if they make the playoffs. Because right now, we're in trouble with that. Right now, teams are hot on our tail in the wild card chase, and this team is playing like dog shit. Dog shit, ladies and gentlemen. Dog shit. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the show on YouTube. Talking Through Experience 4247 on YouTube. Also, we're on TikTok. We're also on the Twitch, and we're also on Facebook Live. And again, like I said, man, it's sad, man. And it goes back again. Now you see me with my Phillies gear on. Loyalty. I'm still going to root for the team. I'm still going to represent the 215, the 267. I'm still going to do all those things. But at the end of the day, I got to be real. Because that's what I base my show off. Being real honest. And the honesty part of it is, this team is a team that is mediocre. They're basically setting us up to fail every year. They're going to get our hopes up high, and then they're going to drop us right back down. It's like the old song goes, why do you build me up, buttercup, and let me down? And that's exactly what this Phillies team is doing. They've been doing it for the last 3 years. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the band. I'm tired of the good old boy network. We need an influx of talent, and dare I say, and I'm gonna be controversial with this. Again, I've said it time and time and time and time and time again. We need an influx of brothers. We need an influx of brothers. We need that swag. We need that guy that's going to sit there and tell a guy like Harper, I don't give a damn who you are. You're playing like dog shit, and we need more. You need a guy like that. When Jimmy Rollins was running this team, yes, Jimmy Rollins. Yes, J. Rowe. When he was running his team, he had the swag, he had the ability to back it up on the field, and he talked that shit to his teammates and to the fans. Which, the thing that people don't understand about Philadelphia is, we love our athletes to be tough. Yeah, we're going to give them some shit, but when they give it back, we can take it. And we kind of admire them for that, for sticking up for themselves, for showing that passion and that will to win and that desire. That's what the city's built on. That's what its hallmark is. So when we get athletes like that, then we're going to adore them. And that segues me right into what I'm about to say about the LeBron situation. See, we've been worrying about too much of the off the field, off the court shit. Worrying about where the man going to live. Worrying about how his kids going to do in the city. All this other goofy shit that has nothing to do with winning. Nothing to do with basketball. Because what LeBron does off the court, we always say it, and I kind of hate this saying, but then again, it's the truest shit ever told. What he does off the court is not going to affect me, and what he does on the court is really not going to affect me. But as a passionate fan that I am, and rooting for these teams, yeah, it's gonna get to me. You know what I mean? It might fuck up my week. Might fuck up 2 weeks. But at the end of the day, I'm not worrying about what he does off the court. What he does on the court, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk shit about. We got guys like Charles Barkley and these other guys worrying about the way this guy's going to live off the court. If you couldn't stand Philadelphia that much, why the fuck do you come back here, Charles? And these other media pundits? You know why? Because the passion and the realness of the city, that's what captivates these athletes. That's why LeBron chose us over Cleveland. Who the fuck wants to live in Cleveland? Let's keep it real. It's Hickville. It's Hickville. And I respect him for loving his town, loving his hometown. I love mine. But I know Philly got a lot of hate, a lot of killings, a lot of bullshit. But I choose to look at the shit that matters. And the shit that matters makes a whole lot of difference. And again, like I said, he left LA because that Holly weird shit. We all know what's going on out there. You got gang violence and you got Holly weird shit. Two shits that will kill you. One behind your back and one in front of the gun. Why? He didn't want that no more? Can you understand? Who would want that environment? Not me. I can't even wear my red Phillies cap out there without getting fucked up. Nobody wants that. You making millions of dollars and still got to be scared? Still got to check in and all that goofy shit? Man, fuck that. So no, he didn't choose Cleveland. Why would he choose Miami again? Freakazoid Nation. Love Miami. Sun and fun. God bless the city. No disrespect to the people of it. But let's keep it real. He's going to be partying and bullshitting and on the beach. The man said he want to win. So he came to Philadelphia, where it matters, where we give a fuck about our sports. Yeah, it's not life or death. But no, if you a bum-ass nigga, we going to call you a bum-ass nigga. Whether you LeBron or whoever else. And I think the big key in this, what people are not talking about. See, this is what you don't understand. The love that we gave AI and still give AI, those athletes pay attention to that shit. They pay attention to that shit. And I'm going to tell you this right now. He might not say it, but I will. AI gets more love here than any athlete has ever received in any city, any sport. Any sport. And that's factual. In the 90s, he was the king. And that was amongst those who kept it real with him. Philly niggas gonna keep it real. No, you doing goofy shit right now, AI. And we know you kill him on the court. But shit, you somebody and I'm somebody out here. So what we talking about? Respect is respect. That's why the man still loved here. Can probably walk down Broad Susquehanna without a finger touched on him. Well, I don't know about the day. These young boys are different breed, but still. You get my drift. That's why LeBron chose us. So all you scorned girlfriend acting, fake ass, analysts, Draymond, oh, he's not going to fit. Come on, man. You'd have been better off saying some other shit. How is he not going to fit? Look at it from a basketball standpoint. Draymond, you ain't had no problem when you got fucking KD over there. How is he going to fit? It was only one ball. But y'all seemed to win a championship that year. And it's 1 year shit. Chemistry. It's easy. It's simple shit. See, that's why I love sports. Because I get to adapt my human element onto the game. And my way of thinking from a human standpoint. Now, think about this for a second. If I'm LeBron James, I got a chance to do something in this city that hasn't been done in 43 years by the great Dr. J and the late great Moses Malone. I got a chance to be amongst those legends when I'm mentioned. And I guarantee, if he wins one here, LA won't matter. Miami's championship won't matter. That shit will be bigger than all those championships that he's won. You know why? Because he'll be revered here. Nick Foles has a statue, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Foles has a statue, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Peterson has a statue. Fuck that. I'll go even one further. And God bless, again, the late, great Joe Frazier, who finally got his just due. The real Rocky of the city. Yeah, I love the Rocky movies and all that, but hey, listen. Facts is facts and fiction is fiction. And Joe Frazier was the real life Rocky of this city. Knocked out the greatest of all times. Well, not knocked him out, but knocked him down and beat him. How many people can say that? But again, we worshipped. I'm guilty of it. The Rocky statue. A fictional statue. We listen to the music for motivation. How many Rocky runs are in the city? Do you understand how this city embraces its athletes, or fictional athlete like that was embraced? And that's from all cultures. It wasn't just from the Italian people. And you niggas could sit there and act like y'all wasn't all rockied up, because I was. And that's no bullshit. But see, I looked at it from a standpoint that most people didn't get. I didn't idolize the fictional character. I idolized what the character stood for. Drive. Never giving up. Perseverance. Beating the odds. Coming from nothing to something. Fighting for what you believe in. All the things this city's fabric is built on. You think for 1 second LeBron ain't taking a look at that and saying, damn, of all the things I've accomplished in my career, if I do this here, shit, Philly will love me more than my own city. Think about that. When you look at AI, you think about AI, unless you read his story or know his background, these young kids, they would think he's from Philadelphia. Not knowing he's from he's from Virginia. Newport News. Michael Vick. White America gave up on him. He had to kiss a whole lot of ass. He came here, the city carried him on their back. Made him a household name again. Not Atlanta, where he was drafted at. Dare I say not Virginia, but Philadelphia. Put him back on the map. Where's this woman from? Philadelphia. So when you assholes and you dickheads talk about how athletes or LeBron James or anybody of that stature or feel sorry that they chose this city, that's why. That's why. That's why. So when you get on your media soapbox and your nationally televised programs, and by the way, they will never let me on because I'm too real for it. And I don't mean being real in the negative way, because this ain't about money for me. Yeah, I want some. Don't get it fucked up. But I love this. This is my passion. This is my hobby. I live for it. I breathe it. It's pretty much my life. Now, with that being said, because I have to explain this to some people that may not understand, I'm not going to kill myself when these teams lose. I'm not going to go crazy. But yeah, it fucks my week up a little bit. Damn, they could have done it. But that's what this city does. That's what this sports shit does. That's what these players see when they come here. People that live vicariously through them. Because at one point or another, and I don't give a fuck if you was the lowest on the lowest or the highest on the highest, we all envision being an athlete, especially in this city. If you were young growing up in North Philly, why you think the North Central Basketball League was so good? Why you think the Sad-Eye Watsons, the General, the Toddies, all the dribblers, all the point guards that played in that league, why do you think? Because they had a passion and a dream, and they saw somebody on the TV screen that they could emulate, and then they went out and did it on the street ball courts. That's what sports does for this city. It's always done it, and it always will do it. The generations will change, but the passion will remain the same. And while I'm on passion, I got to get to this right now. Because we have a lot of new age, dare I say it, new age fans or new dick eaters. I'm going to keep it real. Or new bandwagoners. Now me, I'm a type of guy, I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't, gatekeeper of sports teams and all that. Yeah, it may sound crazy as it may sound, but there are gatekeepers of sports teams. There are people that be like, yo, no, we don't want you. No, I welcome you. I welcome you back to your sense, back to your loyalty, back to your roots. See, there's things I look at, and like I said, sports, it's not that serious because, we know these athletes are getting paid whether they lose or win. But I look at things like being loyal to a team in a smidgen of a way as being loyal to something in life. Because it's easy to root for a winner when they up. But were you with them when they were at rock bottom? When they were building the empire? When the struggle was real? When they were from the sand lots, grinding? Or are you one of those people that, hey, I'm jumping on now. The train is all the way damn near the Broad and Patterson. I ain't want to get it when it was at Audi. I damn sure ain't want it when it was at Fern Rock. Oh, it got to Susquehanna. I said, hell no. But when it got to Broad and Patterson, I said, let me get on the train. All the fanfare is there. No. To that, I say no. Root from the sideline. But I don't need you dancing. I don't need you doing no blow the whistles. No. Because when that building was empty and tickets was $2, you couldn't pay a motherfucker to be down there. I was. And no, I'm not questioning nobody's loyalty to sports teams because, again, to some people, it's fiction, it's not real. And that's cool. And I understand that. But to me, it's a tick on your character. And I'll go you one better. I'll put it in these terms. For instance, the Dallas Cowboy Philly fans. This is going to come as a shock to some of you. I respect the hell out of them. You know why? Because they're willing to stand on what they believe in, what they've liked since childhood, for whatever reasons. Take all the abuse and give it back. Sports-wise, because it should never turn into nothing more. And if you're that type of person, you're a fucking idiot. But sports-wise, they're willing to take it. Walk down South Philly all around with their jersey on their back, represent. Same shit I do when I go to different states, travel. Philly on my back and on my head. Nothing else. No Yankees, no nothing. I don't give a fuck if we in downtown Brooklyn. I got Philly on my head because that's where I'm from. And that's the teams I love. But I respect the hell out of them. You know why? because they stand on it. They stand on it. They stand on it. And they carry the rest of those Dallas fans who don't want to come out of hiding when it's bad, or when it's down, or when it's not going well. But they stand on it, and I respect them for that. It be used, in my Italian voice, use. That go away. I like Golden State. I know y'all out there. Y'all wasn't chefing with Curry. I know y'all out there. I remember yous. Maybe some of y'all jumped to New York. Right down the street. The big brother. Quote unquote. She. Never that. Or in the words of my man Boo from 16 for Suskew. Never that. But again, now we're back to prominence. And even without King James, this team is going to be good. But now, at 41 years old, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know 41-year-olds are bodybuilding now? You know 41-year-olds are getting up and going? Shit, I know some 41-year-olds could run circles around a motherfucker on the court right now with no problem. So when you talk about age, you got to talk about how the man takes care of himself. Yeah, I'm not going to hate. And I'm not going to say no disparaging shit. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I was the biggest LeBron fan ever, because I wasn't. I'm a Sixer fan. Even when the great AI, and I said it in previous shows, and I'll say it again, was traded to Denver, Detroit first, and went to Denver. No, excuse me, Denver first, and then went to Detroit. When he played the Sixers, as much as I love AI and respect what he did for this Sixer team and the city as a whole, I'm rooting for the Sixers, baby. We got to get the dub tonight. And if AI got to score 5, so be it. But that's how I rock. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this your boy Angry Ted. It's been the Angry Ted Show. Got my shit off. And you too can get your shit off too. Join me on the show. Send me your emails to my Facebook. Like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. We on Twitch. Go on there and flood that up. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's a movement. It's a movement. We do it for the people. The voices will be heard. You can't go on WIP or none of them other stations. You get 2 minutes, and if you don't agree with them, they shut you off. Well, that's not like that here, because it's barbershop like sports talk. Y'all hear me now? Y'all see me later. Holla at your boy. And again, before I leave you, I got to say this. Love on somebody that loves on you. Peace and blessings. Holla at your boy. Angry Ted. What's up with the what's up?